It's our third video log!
Hooray!
Hooray!
We are in the car again, driving to the Drakensberg, which is a national park kind of in the middle of the country with lots of mountains and cave art and other cool stuff. We're going to be there tonight, tomorrow, and then the next day we're driving to Johannesburg so we can fly back home.
Believe it or not, we have done things that aren't in the car.
Once or twice.
Once or twice. We were in Cape Town for the past couple of days. We did a lot of cool things there.
What did we do there?
We did so many fun things. The first day we were there, I have a friend of a friend that lives here, and so we met up with him and his girlfriend and we went wine tasting. Except Zach doesn't drink and the girlfriend Ruth doesn't drink either. And we accidentally purchased 4 wine tastings, so Neil and I had 2 sets of wine tastings each, which was fun.
Which was a lot of wine.
It was a lot of wine.
Yeah. And I discovered that apparently, this is complete crap, apparently when people talk about how this wine has a hint of strawberry and
cut tennis ball, fresh rubber hose.
Obviously that's obvious.
It's a full-bodied wine.
When it has hints of these other berries or flavors or whatever, those things don't actually exist in the wine. I always thought that they infused the wine with strawberries or berries or fruits or vegetables or whatever. Or if it was a smoky wine that they put it in a barrel that had been smoked or something. Apparently this is all false. And I'm furious at the wine industry for perpetuating a series of lies to the world. No good at all. But the chocolate they had there was pretty good. Except for one, which tasted like soap. But the rest of the chocolate was good.
It wasn't a great chocolate. So that was a fun day, and we had lots of good food and lots of good wine that day. We got driven around by Neil and Ruth, and we saw a bunch of beaches and all the cool parts. And then the next day, we went scuba diving.
That's right.
So I went on my first set of scuba dives. I got to get the little crash course, and then they put you in the pool and they teach you how to take out your regulator and put your regulator back in and basically not die underwater. And I didn't die, and I actually got called a tiny fish because I suppose I have a knack for scuba diving that I hadn't realized I had.
Laura was a natural.
I was a tiny fish.
We did 2 dives. They're both beach dives, which means you put all your gear on the beach and you just walk into the water. The water was very cold.
It was kind of cold.
I'm used to diving in Thailand and the Philippines. It was not that warm here.
We had wetsuits.
We had 2 wetsuits on, pretty much. But once you got used to the cold, it was okay. Pretty much once your hands and lips go numb, it was fine. But we saw lots of really, really cool jellyfish. And I saw a clownfish, and we saw some pipefish, and we swam through some kelp forests.
They were so pretty.
Which were actually really cool. They look a lot more awesome than they do from the surface.
Yeah, not as scary. Like, if you look down on a kelp forest, you're like, oh god, what the hell is hiding there? But you swim through it and you're like, oh, I'm hiding in here. It's kind of cool.
But my favorite part, so there were 4 of us. It was the dive master, me, Laurel, and then like a dive assistant sort of guy, all swimming in a line. And that road sign just said, passengers tweet, drivers drive.
Ah.
That's funny.
Safety first.
That's right. So we had a line of the 4 of us divers sort of swimming through, and I could see, sort of coming in from the side, and I guess everyone else could see too, except for the dive master who was in the front, a shark swam up to us. It was apparently a gully shark, which was maybe 4 to 5 feet long.
Yeah,
it was not huge,
shark.
but not small either. And it sort of swam perpendicular to us, in front of me, but between me and the dive master. And then it swam under the dive master, and it was just sort of like doing one of these things for a little while, just out of the dive master's field of view. And then it was like kind of bored, and so it swam up in front and then left. But as it swam into the dive master's field of view, he just freaked out, because like all of a sudden there's a shark 1.5 feet under him, appearing out of nowhere. And we found out later that he was distracted and listening to whale sounds, which in retrospect I also heard, I thought maybe it was like the waves crashing against the beach or something, because I'd never heard them before. But it was definitely whale songs, which was pretty cool.
It's whale season here. They're all
It's whale
migrating. And in between our two dives, we actually saw a whale tail
Whale tail.
just hanging out, like a real whale tail. Just
Slapping
hanging out,
the water.
slapping water,
Playing.
all the boats in the bay were really excited.
So that was cool.
So
I was very proud of Laurel. She did a fantastic job with her
I'm a
first
great tiny fish.
2 scuba diving experiences.
Great tiny fish. So one day I'll go get actually certified. And then what else do we do? Then the next day we weren't too tired during the day, but then we ended up crashing at like 6 p.m. and slept for like 14 hours.
Yeah.
Scuba diving takes it out of you apparently.
We were gonna go to a observatory and watch this interesting talk and go stargazing, and then we just fell asleep, and that was that. But before, or maybe it was after, I don't really remember, we went to the South African Museum, which had a bunch of African dinosaurs, which were super cool. We learned a lot about dinosaurs and what are they called?
Archosaurus.
Archosaurs.
Archosaurus.
Which are apparently everything that was alive that people think of as dinosaurs, but sometimes aren't actually dinosaurs. And everything that came before dinosaurs and everything like that, which is cool. We learned that the definition of a dinosaur is pretty much everything between a triceratops, right? A
Triceratops.
triceratops and a modern day sparrow. So if you share an ancestor with one of those two animals, then you are a dinosaur. Which is pretty cool.
We unfortunately aren't dinosaurs.
No. What else did we do? We went to the fish zoo,
Yeah, we went to the fish zoo.
the aquarium.
Aquarium. Before we went scuba diving.
And we saw penguins getting fed and a bunch of other really cool fish.
Oh, that's right. We saw a lot of penguins in Cape Town.
So many penguins. in
So
Cape
we saw
Town.
penguins at the fish museum, and then we saw penguins just a little bit away from where we went scuba diving in Simonstown, which is like south of Cape Town. It's a cute little seaside town. There's a beach that is dedicated to penguins. It's the Penguin Beach. Like, the humans aren't allowed to go on it. The humans are fenced out, and you can walk around the boardwalk
my
of the
mirror.
beach.
Move
Clear.
your phone. Move the phone.
Clear.
No, clear. Just
Clear.
show me the mirror.
Claire. Now you interrupted my train of thought, though.
We're talking about penguins and beaches.
Yeah, penguins and beaches. And I guess that's the end.
Okay. I learned that penguins make obnoxious sounds.
They sound like donkeys.
Donkeys. Yeah. That was interesting. What else? Crazy winds. We were going to go to Table Mountain, which is a famous mountain here that is totally flat on the top, which is why it's called Table Mountain. And we were going to go, but it was closed. The mountain was closed due to gale force winds and lots of clouds,
Yeah.
which was kind of a shame, but it was very windy and too dangerous to climb or to take the cable car.
We actually had a couple of kind of chilly, rainy, junk weather days in Cape Town,
Yeah.
but it was still fun. There's your mirror.
Nothing. Maybe we'll edit that part out.
Nothing happened. Continue.
Yep. What else happened?
We just walked around. Cape Town is cute. I mean, it's just like a city, like a small city.
And then last night we went to a restaurant called Charcoal, which was a block and a half away from the hostel. We just wanted some quick dinner. Not some quick dinner, but like a nice dinner or whatever, the last night in Cape Town. And it was pretty much us and one other couple in the restaurant. And they had said that they had said to the waitress that they were waiting for another couple. And we had our whole dinner and they were still waiting. And so we made a joke about how, maybe we'll go over and keep them company.
They got stood up.
Because they got stood up.
They didn't.
And they were like, oh, well, you should join us. And so we joined them. And we ended up there for probably 3.5 hours, talking with this couple. And eventually the other couple showed up, and they had met on safari a week ago, and then we're both in Cape Town, so decided to meet for dinner. And America, and we all told great stories, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the one couple, the guy was from DC, and the wife had lived in Hawaii, so we all had good bonding, story swapping experiences.
That's right. And yeah, I think that's mostly what's going on. And also, I need Laurel back to help direct me in the next turn, so we
Okay.
don't get lost.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.